Thank you for joining us for this episode on SNS. We are doing the NFL Week 7 reaction. It was a first part of chalk, and then it was a upset city coming in the second half of the games. I am joined by my partner in crime. What's going on, Jer? What are your thoughts on this Week 7
Oh man,
madness?
yeah. Everything today, upsets, so many donuts. I thought I was at Tim Hortons. Just oh man, these teams, they're NFL teams, man. They shouldn't be getting blanked. It's crazy, but that's part of parity, I guess.
The game. It's a week-to-week league, like I always like to say. Anything can happen from one week to another. Let's get into the first game. It was the Jaguars and Rams in England. This was a beatdown, 35-7. Travis Hunter gets his first NFL touchdown, but I think we got a better version of who Jacksonville really is. No Puka, no problem for the Rams. Jer, what were your thoughts?
Teams are going to have to take note here. The Rams left LA Friday night, barely got their legs under them. I don't know if they know what jet lag is. Comes in, scores 35 points without their top receiver. I think all the teams that go travel overseas are going to have to do it now. I don't know if they have other, commitments that they make during the week, and that's why they go early. But Sean McVay, genius. Obviously, they look like the fresher team, just more with it. Hunter, first touchdown, but man, this is
it was a one-sided beatdown.
Breaking for these overseas games, just is
5 touchdowns for Matt Stafford. So whoever has him in fantasy is loving that.
Devontae Adams, one-handed catch.
That was really nice too. But I mean, crazy. The Jaguars didn't have anything today. They did a lot of fumbling and drop passes and basically everything you can do to lose a game. They did it. And we're going to move on to another beatdown. All the games, like I said, in the early set here were all chalk. All the favorites came through. That's your dream situation. I know you like the chalk. Okay, Chiefs mop up the Raiders 31-0. Patrick Mahomes was pulled, I think, like halfway through the third quarter. And it's not looking good in Vegas right now, Jer. Another humiliating loss. Rashee Rice got back in the mix. He looked good, Jer. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it just seems like this same old Chiefs team is suddenly back. Super Bowl hangover and everything you call it. The Eagles had a different kind of Super Bowl hangover, but yeah, no, it's they're back. And when you pull in Mahomes in the third quarter for the Min show, was that who it was?
Yeah, it was Gardner Minshew coming in.
And just the defense just coming into their own.
They actually even started kneeling the ball late.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, the Raiders divisional, just not very good. So you can't really gauge this too much.
Yeah, their offensive line is Swiss cheese, and they're not rushing the ball with Genty. And Brock Bowers is out, so it's going downhill really bad for the Raiders. Luckily, they have a bye week. I think they kind of need something to pick them up. And then I think they get Jacksonville the following week, so there's a little bit of daylight possibly for the Las Vegas Raiders. Chiefs, I believe, are hosting the Commanders. That'll be a big game. I believe it's a primetime game as well. But Chiefs are now 4-2, I believe, Jer. Or are they 4-3?
4-3.
Okay, 4-3 Chiefs. They're doing what they got to do, and I think the schedule might get a little easier for them down the road a little bit. So we'll move on to, yet again, another beatdown. Cleveland 31, Miami a pathetic 6 points. Tua, interception, over and over. Miami's known for their offense, and they're not scoring, and they're not defending anybody. This is probably one of the worst defenses out there. what's his name? Gabriel didn't do much. He dink and dunked his way to like 120 yards. But Quinshawn Judkins, 3 touchdowns, Jer. The rookie.
Yeah, he just
It
looked
was
like an
his show,
absolute
basically.
train. The Browns defense always shows up every single game, but when the offense shows up, people take notice. The Dolphins are really in a tailspin. I don't know if they're in the Arch Manning sweepstakes now or what, but Tua doesn't seem like he's the answer
Maybe.
anymore. And I'm struggling to see what I
No.
think they're going to
Yeah, and it
do
looks like
this week.
Tyreek is going to be gone too, right? So I could see Miami being sellers. You know what I mean? Just flip some guys at the trade deadline, try to get some capital maybe for Achan or maybe Waddle, right? Because they're going nowhere fast. And I think they got Atlanta next week in Atlanta. So tough times in South Beach. Cleveland gets their second win. Who would have thought? But I guess somebody had to win this game. So, okay. Another beatdown. Patriots 31. Titans 13. I believe Titans were actually leading this game at one point. I think it was 10-3 or something like that. And I was like, oh, what's going on here?
No, my
And
platinum
then,
pick was never
yeah,
in doubt. Loving it.
no, that was pretty straightforward pick there. Yeah, I mean, Drake May, I don't think he even like dropped the ball or anything or whatever. He was just, I think he had like one incompletion or whatnot. Did you catch the highlights of Drake May?
Um,
Pretty
no,
much
he looked
dominating them.
great. I just don't expect this team after this cupcake walk to do much in the playoffs. I think they're going to go into the playoffs with high hopes, maybe even have a home game and just get stomped. Not sure by who, but I know there's always a great wild card team that
Well, they
almost
got to get
deserves
there
to
first.
win. And that's what I see. I'm going to keep taking the Patriots probably every week,
Yeah.
depending on if it gets the spreads get a little bit ugly. But yeah, I think they're definitely going to go for a nosedive and play. I know it's early; it's 10 weeks away, but I can feel it already. They're not going to
Mm-hmm.
get tested. They're not going to get battle
1 week
tested.
at a time. 1 week at a
Beat
time.
Buffalo, and they think
No.
they're world. Well, obviously think they're
Well,
good team, but beat Buffalo, right? So
mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's one
craziness.
quality win. They got to stack a few more underneath their bridges, right? But Tennessee, more of the same, getting sacked over and over, turning it over, easy points for the Patriots defense. I don't know. I mean, there's kind of a Titans, Jets, Dolphins. They're all just really, really bad right now. Saints aren't too far behind them, I think. But man, there's some really shitty teams in the NFL. Okay, speaking of them Saints, they got beat 26-14. They were down, I think 14-0, 20-0 or something like that, and they made a little effort there, and they petered out in the end. Bears had a big game from DeAndre Swift, ex-Eagle there, and I think they had a couple of nice interceptions and did what they had to do. Bears are on a little bit of a run here, Jer, and Saints not so much.
Yeah, there was a bit of a backstory to this game. Caleb Williams and Spencer Rattler, they once battled it out in Oklahoma for the starting position, and Caleb Williams eventually took it over. But a little bit of a funny backstory there. But yeah, the Saints defense really made this game seem closer than it really was. I think the Bears pretty well dominated, besides only the 12-point win there. And yeah, Saints, like you say, they look terrible. They also look like they're in the Arch Manning sweepstakes. And wouldn't it be sweet? He was in the Saints uniform.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he watched his grandpa play there many years ago on VHS or whatever, and
Exactly. That would bring the fans in
yeah,
no
so
matter how bad he played. It'd be a power move for sure.
yeah, Saints. Yeah, but I mean, they do what bad teams do. They missed some field goals here, and they couldn't get across in the red zone. Spencer Rattler threw a couple of bad interceptions, so trying to
Is it
press the
showtime
situation
or
there.
what? Right? Are they still gonna like? Are the practices that bad
Yeah, I don't know,
where they're
honestly.
like, no, we're not going to put this guy
I
in?
don't
Like
know.
that's I don't know.
He's
It seems kind of
25
crazy.
years old, so you think he'd be ready, but he's like he's almost like halfway to 30 there, so I don't know what's going on there. But Eagles 28, Vikings 22. Carson Wentz does not get his revenge. Big interception there in the second quarter really got the lead there for the Eagles. And the offense looked a lot better, Jer. I mean, A.J. Brown got his 2 touchdowns. Big game for Devontae, and just it's good to see the Eagles moving the ball there. And,
Oh
valiant
man.
effort by the Vikings, but,
6
good game.
scoring drives for the Vikings. 5 field goals, 1 touchdown. Just so beautiful. The defense really stood up for us today.
Yeah.
I know that we do
Red
have
zone.
28, but without the defense today, I don't think we win at all. Those long
No.
bombs were beautiful, and Jalen played one of his best passing games of his entire career. But we can't seem to get, our O line is really suffering. I'm scared. We need to turn this thing around, or we're going to lose to the Giants again, and that is going to be embarrassing if we lose to the Giants back to
Yeah,
back.
that's a revenge game. I actually I did a tease of the Jets up to 7.5, and then I teased down Eagles next week from 7.5 to 1.5. So one half's done, and then I just need Eagles to win by 2 or more next week. But you got to think Eagles will have a little revenge on their mind. But as we know, these Giants are scrappy. But good job, Eagles bounce back after that 2-game losing streak. 5-2, Philadelphia Eagles. Vikings, I believe, are facing the struggling Chargers. We'll see. I think that's Thursday night. I'm not sure. It'll be interesting. Okay, this was a game for people who like defense because there was 1 touchdown. Panthers scrape by 13-6. Jets lose again.
Panthers above 500.
4-3, Jer.
Panthers above 500
Yeah, there was
for
people.
the first time in
I
I'm going to
remember
say
people
a decade.
last year were saying to get rid of Bryce Young, and now Bryce is kind of looking decent, and Rico
He did it in
Dowdle is
college.
reborn, and
People doubted him his whole way. He's too short. He's too this. He's too that. Really showing some character out there.
He's
Bryce
not
Young.
prototypical, obviously. Yeah. I mean, he's silenced some of the doubters, but they've had a little bit of an easy stretch here, and you got to take advantage of that. And Jets are playing for the lottery, and man, like they finally benched Justin Fields. It's hard to watch, like just getting sacked and just missing easy throws. And I'm like, dude, there's CFL guys who could make these passes that you're missing. And Tyrod came in. It was so many backups today. I couldn't believe how many backups we saw today play. Like some of it was because of blowouts, but it was just backup after backup. Okay, high-scoring shootout. Indianapolis Colts 38, Chargers 23. Jonathan Taylor does his thing. Daniel Jones steps up. Chargers just did not have the guns. High-scoring game, and Colts keep rolling. Chargers
Yet again,
struggling. Well,
my high-end picks coming in. My gold pick, the Colts. I keep rolling with the Colts. I am the favorite Hawk, but oh man, they just look too good. Jonathan Taylor just looks outstanding. That offensive line's really making them look even better. The defense is suffocating. Shane Steichen, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of him after he left my Eagles, and it didn't look good there for a bit. But who thought?
Yeah.
Danny Dimes would come to his rescue. Just putting up points. They're just
I've been
putting
believing
up
in this team.
Playing big defense.
I believed in Steichen last year and this year.
Love it.
They got the system, man. They got a good system, and they got the mojo after that first week. They stomped Miami, and they haven't looked back. And maybe a little missed drop play by Mitchell there. They could be, 6-0, 7-0 here. Crazy things. I mean, they are probably right up there for the best teams in the AFC. I know Daniel Jones is their quarterback, but I mean, at some point, like, you just got to take them seriously and say this is one of the better teams in the AFC, right? I mean,
Maybe he
who's
was in the
better
wrong
right now?
conference,
Maybe,
you know? Maybe
maybe the
that was the
Chiefs.
problem. The
Yeah.
NFC just didn't
Well,
like say, come on over and just start
well,
dominating.
he did, he did beat the Vikings in a playoff game, Daniel Jones, right? So he has done it before, right? So the pieces are there. It's just the coaching and the system there, right? So it's good to see Colts move on. Chargers 4-3, but I believe they lose the division lead. Denver, our next game, probably the game of the day. Broncos 33, late second field goal. Giants 32, some questionable defense there late in the game, but Giants do cover the spread, which is nice, but Denver
Missed
still,
extra point.
yeah,
Oh, my
yeah, the missed
God.
extra point really cost New York. You could just tell the momentum was just taken out of the run there, and then the fans knew it. A field goal wins the game, and yeah, Denver got it done there, and they played with their food. Giants were actually up, I think 19-6 at one point in this game, and 30 points by the Broncos in the fourth quarter.
The D
So
just
they're moved
folded.
to
They
five
got
and two.
tired. Obviously, they were really aggressive, going, shutting them
Mm-hmm.
down. And then by the fourth quarter, it's kind of like a boxing match. You're going too hard. And then by the last rounds, you're done. You just
Even
get
though
pushed over.
they're a division rival, I was actually rooting for the Giants down the stretch of this game because they're kind of, they were leading most of the game. But they actually missed an extra point earlier in the game too, Jer, when they got the second touchdown. They missed an extra point there, so there's two extra point that they missed. So really, they could have won this game outright if they had just do what good teams do. Is that's get their extra
Yeah.
points, but bad teams do bad things. And the Giants, well, they do still have two victories, so give them that. All right, another shootout. Cowboys 44, Commanders 22. CeeDee Lamb returned in this game, and it made quite a bit of difference. And
Yeah.
Cowboys got on a roll there offensively. A couple of turnovers. I think Daniels got hurt. Another backup came in. We saw Mariota in there, and wasn't pretty. Injuries to the Commanders, and
Daniels is in his
so
official sophomore jinx. I don't really see the way the Commanders are playing. It's too bad. They built so much up, and they just seem like they can't get it done. Cowboys defense still
yeah,
looked a little flat. Holding the Commanders to 22 could have been a little bit more. And if the Cowboys consistently have to score 40 and 30 burgers just to maybe win,
yeah,
I really don't think it's going to end up good in the end. Dak will still be leading the
right,
the league and everything, but I just don't see these Cowboys
yeah.
even making the playoffs, even at this point. But stranger
Probably
things
not
have happened.
playoffs, but they're gonna be a Heckle and Jekyll team where one week they look shit, and then the next week they look like world beaters. Um, but I think they got Denver next week in Denver, so that'll be an interesting game to watch out for. And as I mentioned earlier, Commanders are in Kansas City. Not sure if Daniels will be playing or not. It says hamstring injury for Jaden Daniels. I'm just seeing on Pro Football Talk here. And
Origami
yeah, man,
fans,
he's just been
22-44 is probably a rare one. You better look it up. I
yeah,
don't think it's came up
yeah.
too
That's not a
many
score you
times.
see very often. No, that's a very quirky. We had a lot of quirky scores this week. We had like 38-23 and like 26-14 and yeah. But we'll wrap it up with another exciting finish in the late window. Packers escape 27, Cardinals 23. Jacoby Brissett. All he does is cover spreads, Jer, and yeah, man. Cardinals, another close game. I mean, another day, another dollar, another close game for the Cardinals. They cover the spread. And
The
Packers, again,
Cardinals
they're kind of playing with their food too, man.
should have
Packers
won
just, right.
this game.
Yeah, I thought so.
So much talent, and like it's embarrassing, man. It's going to be pretty hard to come back from this losing streak, and yeah, I just don't see where they go from here, especially with Kyler Murray hurt. Packers should have lost this game. They're lucky. They're not as good as they think they are, especially in that NFC North. Just vicious.
Well, they're
Vicious
definitely
division.
just
Everyone's looking good.
they're definitely just making things tough for themselves, and they're not. The defense isn't exactly what it did in the first 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like first 2 weeks, I was really impressed with the Packers' defense, shutting down Detroit and Washington. Right, the two teams that were vying for the NFC Championship, and ever since the Micah, that trade, the kind of the glimmer has kind of fallen off now. Right, and it's like they're just, they're not winning pretty, and they just barely beat Cincinnati last week as a 14-point favorite, and now they're kind of getting by against Arizona, but
they look tired, right? They totally look tired.
Sleepwalking.
Yeah,
they're definitely not bringing the A game there, but that wraps up our recap for NFL Week 7. Any final thoughts for you, Jer, as we get into Sunday Night Football on NBC? We got Atlanta facing the beat-up 49ers.
Peace.
Peace out it is. All right, guys.